You stare into my eyes, but you know I can't say anything because I'm a not deaf protagonist, a mute protagonist. Hello and welcome back to Custom Robo. Last time, oh boy, we did Hide and Seek Part 2, and now that Liv is done with her extra classes and we're done staring into each other's eyes while this girl happily stares at us, we're off to find Dennis. Go to the Robo Center, not Robo Center, what am I talking about? We have to go to Neo, hello. You're the one who had that fight inside the school, ha ha ha, what a cheap battle. What was that? Eddie told me to come watch Xylan, but seriously, what a waste of time. You know my big brother? I guess you could say I know him. Are you Liv? That's right! It's hard to believe that this little girl was Eddie's partner. Who are you calling little? Just who do you think you are, acting all pompous? My name is Billy, and I was called by Eddie to enter the Robo Cup. At one point, I was even European champion. Europe? My brother called you? NeoBrain told Eddie to assemble a team of professionals from all around the world. You know, to spice up the tournament a little. Well, you definitely talk the champions' talk. Why not fight Xylan and see if you really are all that? It's against my principles to fight battles for free. You have principles? What kind of a principle is it to fight battles only for profit? Well, I'm sure that's not the only reason, right? Worried about your little sister, Eddie? Sort of. What's going on, Eddie? Who is this lady? And is she really a European champion? Yep, I invited her to fight while I was overseas. She's perfect for the tournament. But she fights for money! That's just wrong. Well, she's not only interested in making a profit. Trust me, she has her reasons. Eddie, that's enough. I fight battles for free when the opponent merits it. However, I just don't think Xylan is worth it. I'm out of here, Eddie. Okay, bye. Now are you going to tell us her reasons? I'll explain it to you sometime when Billy's around. It's not good to blab about people when they're not around. You understand, don't you, Liv? Huh. It might take some time, but you have to understand where Billy's coming from. I'll see you two later. This is gonna be a first-rate tournament. Commanders from all over the world? Awesome! Oh, I forgot that we're supposed to go to NeoBrain. Let's get going, Xylan. Right, thank you for reminding me before I was so rudely interrupted by Billy. We're on our way to NeoBrain because our father called us over, although we're supposed to be taking Dennis with us too. Let's see if he's home. Ha, JK. He's not. Oh well, I'm sure we'll run into him at some point. Hey, it's Duncan. There have been increasing reports of criminal cases in the district. That's how you spoke about, yeah. It's always good to do so. I wonder. There's always somebody somewhere sometimes behind that building. It's always cool to see. There's a little kid ready to fight. Let's go, kid. Square up. Show me your custom robos. Just walks on through. No big deal whatsoever. Ah, Xylan, Liv, good of you to... What's this? Dennis isn't with you? That's unusual for him. Anyways, let's start. Jacobs and Kinjal are here today. Or here already. Thank you for stopping by, Xylan. I hear you've been able to pilot Ray Mark III effectively. We're extremely pleased. Where are Dr. Mars and Tamara? Tamara has other work today. Dr. Mars is at his Encephalon Isle lab, as he's just made a breakthrough discovery. Encephalon, yeah. Really? Xylan, you're probably tired from battling at school, but I'd like you to fight another. I'd also like to watch you fight. Your battle data really stood out. You see, your improvements in synchronization battle results were just off the charts. We would like to observe a battle between you and NeoBrain's exclusive commander. I hear he's very skilled. Come here, Sling. Grr. Don't be rude, introduce yourself. Alright. I'm Sling, how's it going? I apologize, I've reminded him so many times about his manners, but he never seems to learn. Never mind that, manners are overrated. Sling here is on special contract with us, and he's always been helping us in many different ways. Like what? Well, we monitor him while he uses our prototype robos and parts in battles. He's really young. I think he's even younger than we are. Feeling threatened, kiddo? Kiddo? You've got a lot of... Haha, oh, that's Sling, always full of jokes. Shall we have Xylan and Sling get ready? Wait a second, why don't we up the stakes a little and have some real fun? Oh, Sling? I've had my eye on that new Robo for some time now. How about it, Xylan? If I win, you give me that Robo. Don't be foolish, Sling. The Ray Mark III is an important asset of our company. We're not going to give it away based on some silly battle. Now, Jere, there's nothing wrong with a little competition. It sounds like a little fun. Having a skilled commander pilot Ray Mark III is a plus for us. And I don't think Xylan will lose that easily. That's right, battles are more exciting when there's something at stake. Come on, Xylan, bet your Ray Mark III. Woohoo! Now that's the spirit, Xylan! Xylan, eh? Just a few more seconds till that new model is mine, all mine! Hurry up and stand in front of the deck. Any last words of encouragement, buddy? Oh, Xylan, your noble display of bravery is making me dizzy! Just kidding. Aw, man. Are you ready? Don't think I'll stop if you plead for mercy! Sling has a Robo with a V laser gun, direct bomb, cockroach pod, agent stabilizer legs. Simple arena, simple times. The V slide gun, right? Right, the V laser gun. Probably should talk about that. The V laser gun fires a quick laser on the ground. It's a V-shaped pattern, and in the air it's a straight pattern. Kinda like the slide gun, but different. I don't think I'll try anything new here, so I'll put on what I know. My homing star gun, my freeze bomb. Let's see, where are you? My satellite pod, doesn't really matter which one, and my high jump legs. This is actually typically my standard setup if I'm going for just a battle that I have most of my bases covered. I think it works out pretty well. Sometimes I probably will throw in the formula legs as well, because it's mainly for running speed as well, but not for this particular Robo. As for other ones, not really. I mean, I did use the ground legs for a while, but at the end of the day, it's just these two, high jump and long thrust, that I really work with. You may have noticed I'm kind of an aerial player. That's because of the Ray Mark III, he's pretty all-rounded. And because I can do it that way, if I want to be on ground, I can, and if I want to be in the air, I can as well. The homing star gun and the satellite pod allow me to not only do good in the air combined, but the freeze bomb and the homing star gun on ground are also a pretty fun combination as well. So that's why it's usually my go-to. In fact, I think it would be my standard setup if it weren't for a specific setup that I haven't gotten yet. And it's going to be a very good while until I actually get it. Also, I think he landed right side up. Awesome. Good for him. So yeah, like this way I can have the satellite pods going around. If I want to sit in air, I can. At the same time, I'm also not, I don't need to. Also, notice how with the ground slide, the V gun that he just used, with the ground shot, it completely missed me in air because of the cross, which was really cool. So there's that little bonus too. So This setup is actually, in my opinion, very good beginner, very good all-around setup. It's like Mario and Smash Bros. You cannot go wrong with it, and there's a lot of pros and cons to it, to the point where you don't even need the soul boost to win with this one. Even if I had it, I wouldn't be using it because I have all my bases covered. There isn't really much I need to do, and rather the soul boost would just be an extension to help me get an extra edge if I so need. But it's not like it's required by any means. There is a definite learning curve when it comes to using the freeze bomb for sure, and if you wish to fire it willy-nilly and just hope the opponent goes into it, assuming you're working with just straight AI, you have a pretty good chance of having that work. If you're fighting a human, however, though, you may want to learn how to time your bombs and aim them properly, such that they actually do some good damage and freeze your opponent so you can get in the extra damage that you need. How could I have lost in this sad sack? I can't believe it. Sling just gave up. How did this happen? Haha, good show, Xylan. I told you, Xylan would never lose. The Ray Mark III belongs to Xylan. Wait, Xylan, come on, let's fight one more battle. That's enough, Sling. The match is finished. You shut up. Xylan, stand in front of that deck. I don't care about that stupid Robo anymore. You're going down! Why not join in for another battle? That Sling is a tough nut to crack. Alright, Dad, what do you guys say? I'm relieved that Sling didn't make off with your Ray Mark III. That's what you care about? You ready? This time you'll plead for your life! Is that a... Wait! This time we have Robin with a rear front gun, dual bomb, tripod, H, and stabilizer's legs. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. We have an illegal gun! The rear front gun. It's an illegally made gun. On the ground, the rounds fly from behind, and in the air, the rounds fly straight ahead. This is our first instance of an illegal gun. I don't really have a good way of explaining it, and I'm going to be keeping the exact same setup, so I'll just let the game kind of show you how illegal parts work. They're not pretty. There's a reason why they're illegal, and there's a purple skull next to them. I'm also hoping I land right side up, because that would be really good. Yes! Right. Did you see that? Yeah. There's the illegal gun. That's a bit cheap, isn't it? There's a reason why they're illegal. Illegal guns essentially do a lot more damage and a lot more coverage. Bullets are like twice to 3 times the size of natural bullets, and they're faster too. Essentially illegal weapons that could win you a fight without any trouble whatsoever. I tried basic dodging and I still got hit. That being said, even though he has an illegal part, this fight is still very doable. If you just keep track of how you fight, get a shot in, and put them into overload, even the illegal part, shots of an illegal part, specifically from their gun, will go kaput. And this illegal gun happens to just have terrible range when it comes to long range. So as long as I keep my distance, I'll be fine. That being said though, if I do get hit with it, it's more or less an instant down. There's really no good way of escaping that, with the Ray Mark III at least. They're gonna go into legal parts a little bit more now and talk about it, but I'll hopefully afterwards talk a little bit more about how illegal parts really affect you as a custom role player, at least as a human, rather than in story. How could that happen twice? Ugh! Sling, that was an illegal part, wasn't it? Are you both alright? I apologize for Sling, Jerry. I had no idea he would use an illegal part. I'll make sure he is judiciously punished for his behavior. I'll let you deal with Sling, but let me just say this. An illegal part's mental toll is enormous. It's dangerous to both the user and his opponent. In fact, it's even possible for the target to inflict more critical damage to the user. Sling used it without any sort of training at all. This issue goes beyond matters. He's completely right, Kinjal. You must be careful with illegal parts. I know. I will be more careful from now on. Please accept our apologies, Xylan. And as a way to make it up with you, I'll let you in a little secret. The winner of the Commander of the Robo Festival will be entered into the Robo Cup. Xylan, if you win, I'll even let you bring Liv and Dennis along. So, you mean... Though support is allowed at the Robo Cup, travel expenses generally aren't covered. But in this case, we'll arrange a ticket for you, free of charge. So we get to go to the Robo Cup for free? Well, if Xylan wins. Of course he'll win, right, Xylan? Live up to it now. Oh, just be quiet. Who asked your opinion anyway? I'll be at the Robo Cup too. What? It doesn't really matter, though. You already lost to Xylan too today. I don't expect that you'll fare much better at the tournament. You're missing the point. Whether it's here or at the Robo Cup or the boys' bathroom, my skills are the real deal, and it's just a matter of time before I crush you. You're badly hurt, Sling. You shouldn't move. I'm taking him to the infirmary. I should get back to work. Well, Xylan, good luck at the Commander Festival tomorrow. Xylan, I feel awful about the illegal parts. I'll make sure this doesn't happen ever again. He's just beat a guy equipped with an illegal part. Tomorrow will be a cakewalk compared to today. Anyway, let's get going. Thanks, you two. Let's go, Xylan. More on illegal parts. So, essentially, as they said, it takes an incredible toll on the user. And the reason for this is because when you dive, you're essentially putting your entire being into the robo. With you use an illegal part, not only does the user have more issues to deal with, but they also deal more damage to those who are affected by it. Essentially speaking, it's as if you're having a boxer put metal in his boxing gloves. It's gonna be harder for the boxer to punch people because of the extra weight, but the toll on the people they hurt from it is in fact greater. If a person with a legal part uses, and luckily Sling only had one, but the more illegal parts a person has, the heavier the toll. So for example, if Sling had really lost that badly to us and it really shattered his mind and heart, the dude could have actually been sent to the hospital because it just does that much of an emotional toll on you. Think of it kind of like your mind breaking apart. Your stream of consciousness just being torn apart like a small string. Or like a chain with a very weak link. Once that breaks, putting it back together isn't exactly that easy. You can maybe get it back together, but things will never really be the same. And it may seem like I'm kind of over dramatizing this, and to an extent I probably am, but at the same time, if you consider the scope that this world is in, it's actually a really big deal. But oh well, I'm sure Liv is getting tired of waiting around, so let's head back home. It's definitely a very, very big deal for illegal parts. It's not something that's just taken lightly either. Xylan, don't you think there's something awfully fishy about that battle? Of course. Yeah, I knew it. How did Sling even get a hold of an illegal part anyway? Even Robo developers need a special license to make police and military parts. NeoBrain's still a new company, and I don't believe they've received their license, which means it was literally an illegal part. It didn't seem that Kinjal or your father knew anything about it. It's all very suspicious. If you see Duncan, be sure to tell him what happened today. Anyway, it's late. Let's head over to the hall on the first floor. On top of that too, you wouldn't want to fight anyone who uses illegal parts. Liv, Xylan, Dennis. heard you both were here. Oh. Liv, Dennis, if there's something you need to say, then just say it. Xylan, how did you really feel about Liv's remark? Don't sugarcoat it for me. I genuinely do want to help her. So, you're just going through all this just for Liv? You're a good person, Xylan. Liv, Xylan, let me help. I'm upset that you never told us, but I guess you were depressed. I shouldn't have blown up with you, Liv. I'm sorry. Dennis, that's so touching. Looks like the team's back together, Xylan. Well, the Commander Festival's tomorrow, so let's do our best to cheer Xylan on. I can't believe I was away from my team the day before the tournament. What was I thinking? It's okay, Dennis. As long as you're by my side rooting for Xylan tomorrow, that's enough for me. Aw, that's so nice, Liv. Weird, huh? Let's head home now and get some rest for tomorrow. Yeah, let's get some rest. You're going home, right, Xylan? Yes. Okay, let's go home. I was thinking, is there anything I could be doing? I don't think so. Oh, Xylan, you're just in time. Dinner's almost ready. Mom, you would not believe what happened today. I had this dude named Sling. He was like a tiny little kid. Dude had, hey dad, you want to talk about, oh hey sister, did you hear about that darn illegal kid? Man, what a time. Dude brought an illegal part out of nowhere. Also, at school today, I fought this dude named Mr. Stumps who was in the bathroom, and yeah, it was crazy. Oh wait, I can't talk, you can't understand me anyway. Oh well, I'll just be here in my thoughts. Oh, thanks again for your help, Xylan. We collected some crucial battle data. Dad said your opponent used an illegal part on you. I feel terrible, Xylan. I had no idea that Sling had an illegal part on him. I've never actually met him, but there's something I just don't trust about Sling. Be careful around him, Dad. It's clear that Sling has caught the attention of Jacobs, so I probably shouldn't criticize him. But nothing. Illegal parts are dangerous, and you must keep Xylan safe. I know. Xylan, you'd best stay away from NeoBrain for the time being. But y'all didn't hear my story about how I played hide and seek and be a little kid in a Robo fight who was just trying to drink coffee. And Kinja, who was at like reading books and stuff. And like Dr. Stumps, who was in the bathroom and stuff, you know? Oh well. Whatever, right? What do I know, man? I'm just gonna go to bed here. Woo! What a day! Oh. Alright. Mosey on over. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. And in the next episode, we're gonna be doing the Commander Festival. Oh yeah. See you then.